Hey, hello there. Welcome to another devlog of my space game, where you are a comet venturing in space and exploring planets. Now, it's been a while since I've made a devlog, mainly cause life got too busy, unfortunately. But that's just boring stuff. So, on to my game. I have made a big change on my game. That is, hold up, let me pull this up first. Wait. Oh, here it is. So this is Comet and my first planet. Now, if you've been watching any of my previous videos, you would know that I was developing this game primarily in Unreal Engine. Now, no offense, because it's entirely my fault, but since I do not own a beast PC with incredible specs, it ran off. Yeah. So now, the new home of my game is Unity, and it's much smoother. I mainly chose it because this would make the overall workflow of me building my game much faster. Honestly, Unreal Engine is great, but for a PC like mine, it is slow. I guess that's my fault, because I am broke. Yeah. Friendship ended with Unreal. Unity is my new bestie. Yeah, that was lame. Anyways, the switch was not smooth. I recreated some gameplay mechanics like the overall movement of Comet, which has now two modes. Let me show you. This one, which is kinda restricted, looks more like a spaceship and is the one I have been showing you till now. And another one, which is unrestricted, and it is similar to what I had before. Just one button press and you switch between them. I like to relate this one to an arrow or a slingshot, mainly because you want start moving, you can't quite change your direction that easily. Yeah. Oh no. However, unrestricted mode is fast, pretty fast, and restricted mode is controlled, perfectly balanced. Next is snow deformation. Now I chose Unity URP for building my game without realizing that it does not have built-in tessellation support. You see, tessellation is built in only in Unity HDRP. Now for a simplistic looking game like mine, I do not need HDRP, but I do need tessellation. So I built it using this code I found online. Our code. And we have tessellation. Beautiful. Now I just added some vertex displacement using shader graph, and now we have displacement. Alright, so now it should displace. Yeah, there it is. Alright, wait. What?
5 hours later.
So apparently we have a problem. It seems that unlike Unreal, the material of a terrain should be of terrain type as well, which means one created with the shader graph, well, it will work, but it's not good practice, and instead we should use textures to avoid errors like this and many more. So back to the drawing board. Okay then, we have tessellation and displacement, but we cannot apply it directly to the terrain mesh, meaning we would need a mesh, not a terrain mesh. So a huge mesh for the land plane, subdivided for the displacement. Alright, onto it then.
1 eternity later.
So fast forward it a bit and here's what I cooked. Yeah, I know it looks pretty spaghetti from this far, but up close I guess it looks good. And it It is pretty dense. 374,000 vertices to be exact. I just subdivided a plane a bunch of times and sculpted some dunes on it. Yeah, no rocket science. And as you can see, I also subdivided the entire plane into separate chunks. Now, subdividing a plane into chunks like this is not an easy task, especially when the plane is this dense. So, I used a helper code, this code, which I found online. R code. Using this, I ran the Python script and voila! Chunks! Alrighty then, now I set everything up and now it's time for the moment of truth. Hey! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, we got snow. Now, it isn't as smooth as it was in Unreal Engine, but for the aesthetics of my game, I think it's pretty nice. And also, the snow tracks disappear eventually as well. Ah, satisfying. Now, if you're wondering how this works, it's pretty similar to what I did in Unreal with the render targets, which are called render textures over here, and just sticking that and displacing the vertices does the trick. Nice. So that's it for this devlog. One thing I didn't mention was I also toned down the scale of this game, which I originally had in mind because it was becoming quite a lot for poor old lonely me to handle on my own. Don't worry, it will still be pretty large and there will be tons of stuff to explore. I will be working on decorating the world now with mountains and crystals and people and animals and more stuff, so stay tuned for that. If you like what I'm making, feel free to subscribe to my channel to stay updated on my game. Hope you like it. See ya on the next one. Peace!